The River Thames is a river that flows through southern England, most notably through London. At 215 miles, it is the longest river entirely in England, and the second longest in the United Kingdom, after the River Severn. It has an extreme tide differential with a rise and fall of 23 feet. Here in Florida, if we have a 4 or 5 foot drop, it is a lot. We are now going to take a nice ride up and down the Thames.
And the eye is moving. Yeah, it is. Look at it. It's moving very slowly.
It's not waiting for me, is it? I have the sunglasses.
As the ill-fated Titanic. It's now permanently moored here as an extension to the Imperial War Museum. That's it, give them a little wave over there, folks. It's amazing, wave at people when you're on a boat, they tend to wave back. Now don't wave at random people on your local high street, they just think you're mad. Okay, wave at people when you're on a boat. It's amazing, I've never seen nothing like it, they tend to wave. Now ladies and gents, don't worry about getting your photos of Tower Bridge. You can see a few people stretching and trying to stand up there. Don't worry. You're only taking a picture of me from the back there.
Here we see the Big Ben clock tower and the famous London Eye, where you can get a spectacular view of the city.
All caught up in the reverie, every word is a symphony, won't you believe me?
This is City Hall.
Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it. Just a dream the wind
Here you
carried
can see two of the newest skyscrapers built. With the Shard, the pointed structure in the background, it is the tallest building in the UK at 1,017 feet. This is the Tate Modern Art Museum. We will see it later on.
At least it's not home. And if the wind is right, you can sail away and find serenity.
The historic ship, the HQS Wellington, is the last surviving member of the Grimsby class of sloops, which served the nation with much distinction in World War II. She has been moored on the Thames since 1948, during which time she has been the home of the Honorable Company of Master Mariners. Today, she is part floating museum, library, as well as being a unique conference and dining venue. Tours of the library and museum are available. You will see a large row of lions' heads cast in bronze that line the side of the embankment. They were sculptured by Timothy Butler for Sir Joseph Bazalgette's Victorian Sewage Works program in 1868 to 1870. The mouth of each lion holds a mooring ring for use by anyone in an emergency needing to tie up a small vessel. There is very little evidence that the rings have ever been used. It is said that if the lions drink water from the Thames, London will flood. A rhyme helps to remember how to keep watch on the lions. When the lions drink, London will sink. When it's up to their manes, we'll go down the drains.
Well, it's not far down to paradise. At least it's not foaming. And if the wind right, you can sail away and find tranquility. Oh, the canvas
Here
can
we see St. Paul's Cathedral, the seat of the Bishop of London. This dates back to 604 AD, when it was originally founded. Notice the people on the top of the dome in the observation deck. They must have had quite a climb to get up there.
find the joy of innocence again. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe me. Sailing takes me
Shakespeare's
away.
Globe is the complex housing a reconstruction of the Globe Theatre, an Elizabethan playhouse associated with William Shakespeare in the London borough of Southwark on the south bank of the River Thames. The original theatre was built in 1599, destroyed by fire in 1613, rebuilt in 1614, and then demolished in 1644. The modern Globe Theatre reconstruction is an academic approximation based on available evidence of the 1599 and 1614 building.
All caught up in the reverie. Every word is a symphony. Won't you
The
believe?
Anchor Bankside is a very famous pub in the London borough of Southwark. It is on the south bank of the Thames, close to Southwark Cathedral and London Bridge Station. A tavern establishment under various names has been at the pub's location for over 800 years. This has become the favorite watering hole for patrons leaving the Globe Theatre. This really old ship, the Golden Hind, was an English galleon best known for her privateering circumnavigation of the globe between 1577 and 1580, captained by Sir Francis Drake. This is an original replica with many of the original parts used.
Well, it's not far back, Santa.
Now we are passing under the Tower Bridge. It is a combined bascule and suspension bridge in London built between 1886 and 1894. The bridge crosses the River Thames close to the Tower of London and has become an iconic symbol of London.
Sailing takes me away to where I've always needed to be. Just a dream in the wind to carry me. Soon I will be free.
This is the world-renowned London Tower. The grounds are enormous with many buildings, one of which houses the crown jewels. We will explore the entire thing a few shows ahead. The HMS Belfast is a town-class light cruiser that was built for the Royal Navy. She is now permanently moored as a museum ship on the River Thames and is operated by the Imperial War Museum. There are regularly scheduled tours daily.
Well, it's not far down to paradise. At least it's not for me. And if the wind is right, you can sail away.
The Marine Police Force, sometimes known as the Thames River Police, claimed to be England's oldest police force and was formed in 1798 to tackle theft and looting from ships anchored in the Port of London and in the lower reaches and docks of the Thames. Predating the Metropolitan Police, the two merged in 1839. Its base and still remains on Wapping Street. It has gradually evolved into the Metropolitan Police Marine Policing Unit.
Just you wait and see. Believe me.
They have built and are continuing to build many luxury apartments along the Thames River.
Just a dream of the wind that carried me. Soon I will be free. Fantasy, think it's the best of me when I'm sailing, all caught up in the reverie.
We are approaching the last stop on our river cruise. It is the city of Greenich, where the famous British clipper ship Cutty Sark is on display. If you haven't already seen it, we have a separate slideshow just on the Cutty Sark. It has been turned into a museum, and we are going to spend a few hours here visiting it. We will then take the next boat back to return to the Westminster stop where we originally boarded. You can see the masts from the schooner in the background. We had a great visit at the Cutty Sark. We are now on the boat heading back to Westminster, the center of town, where we boarded. We had a great day. The weather has been sensational. It has been around 80 degrees and nothing but sunny. For London, this is not the norm.
Well, it's not far back to Santa Fe. At least it's not from me. And if the wind is right, you can sail away.